Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this 101 part series from Dr. Wayne Dyer's 101 Ways to Transform Your Life. Here we are today with part number 7. And this one's pretty straightforward, but it has, as straightforward as it sounds. I'm also going to explain the psychological and philosophical reasons for why this actually makes sense and not just why it sounds good. But here's all he says in this part. He's saying, write down and repeat this kind of ancient truth. And I quote, when you seek happiness for yourself, it will always elude you. But when you seek happiness for others, you'll find it yourself. So that's basically all that is there in this principle. So what he's saying is when you give to others, when you go out and, you try to make other people happy, try to do that for other people, that you'll end up happy yourself, like kind of a service idea. So initially, this sounds kind of like, I'm thinking about how to describe that. Initially, I think that a lot of people would think that that's not quite sounding right, that it doesn't really make sense of why should you find happiness for yourself. Like, it's a little too naive that you're going to find happiness yourself just by trying to give it to others. People think about it when it comes to money. Like, say you want to make money, so you go out and you give somebody $10, and they walk off with your $10, and then you're like, okay, well, how did that make me any money? Like, what gives principle? So this one has a little bit of subtle psychology to it. It really gets at the golden rule, which I want to do another video on. I haven't done one yet, but I probably will soon enough. But let's cut to why the golden rule makes a little bit of sense here. So that's kind of what this is saying when it comes to happiness, at least. You get happiness by giving it away. So when you go out and you try to just get what you want, oh, it's all about me, I'm going to do it. He's saying happiness, you're not going to find it. But when you try to make other people happy, that you're going to be able to find it. So what gives? Why is that? Well, this is a little bit into kind of the psychology of the subconscious mind when it comes to what I would describe as the law of attraction to some degree. So why does this work, basically? Not talking about, your mind being able to directly manipulate reality or any of that kind of stuff. I don't want to say anything against that, but just from a scientific perspective, that doesn't make any sense. There's no evidence for that kind of stuff. So it really comes down to the mind basically is not good at discriminating you from other people. So the way you treat other people is the way your subconscious mind is going to treat you, okay? This is just based on the idea of what you say and what you do really gets your subconscious mind to learn. Because the subconscious mind's a lot like a child. If you show the child a bunch of violence and you show them how to beat up the Bobo doll and stuff, then the child will proceed to do that kind of thing. So that's really the case with the subconscious mind. If you beat up on other people, like, I want to take your stuff, this isn't whatever, I want all this, it's just me, then the subconscious mind's going to beat up on you saying it's all about me, and he's going to make sure, that you don't have any success. Versus, the conscious mind doesn't work that way, but the subconscious mind really does. And as we know, the subconscious mind is way more powerful. So you don't really want the subconscious mind as your enemy. Otherwise, it's like swimming up the river, and the river's just pulling you, just downstream, and there's not really much you can do. If you can make progress, it's really tough. And if you can't, you're just going to easily end up drifting down the stream. So instead, let's have our subconscious minds work with us. When we treat others well, we're showing our subconscious mind that we value others, and it then sees us that way and says that we should value ourselves, that we should have our own happiness. I probably did not describe that the best way that I could, but that's the basic idea here. When I make my golden rule video, I'm sure that I'll put a link to that one because this would be really useful about this. But this is kind of the golden rule idea. You do unto others what you want done unto you. There's naturally an idea with humanity about cooperation, that kind of spirit of things. But on top of that, the subconscious mind also has this idea of cooperation. So when you're just after it for yourself, then basically it's going to push things away from you because it's all about you, and it sees basically you as somebody else. So it's going to treat you how you taught the subconscious mind that it should treat you. So if you beat up on other people, it's going to try to beat up on you. If you teach it to be nice to other people, it's going to be nice to you. And the subconscious mind is really our source of inspiration, happiness, all these kind of things that we really want. So if we treat others well, and we try to value others and make others happy, all that kind of stuff, subconscious mind will try to do the same thing for us and will give us a lot of solutions to our problems. That's basically the idea of this one. To repeat his statement about this one again, when you seek happiness for yourself, it will always elude you. But when you seek happiness for others, you'll find it yourself. Thanks everybody for watching. I will see you next time with part 8. Stay tuned.